Welcome to Play in School TV, episode 23. I'm Rich Prado. In today's episode, we're going to talk graduation. So if you can't tell, today's episode is a very impromptu filming being done on my iPhone. Got special guests, Huck and Bojangles. So we're taking a quick lap around the campus here at the University of Richmond, and the place is absolutely empty. They had graduation last weekend here, and so it got me thinking. I thought I'd use this time to send out a special message out to all the guys that I worked with over the past 4, 5, 6 years that are now walking across the stage at their particular colleges. So congratulations to all you guys. And in classic Rich Prado fashion, I'm going to offer up some completely unsolicited advice for all you guys about to hit the real world. So I remember being in your shoes, probably 21 or 22 years old, and about to hit the real world with not really a clue as to what you're going to do and what you're going to be over the next few years. But I wanted to give you some words of encouragement. Everything's going to be okay, even if you don't know today what you're going to be doing tomorrow or next week or next month. Just remember one thing, that you got to continue putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, keep moving forward. Hopefully some of you guys have great jobs lined up or grad school opportunities where you're going to move on and stick with those things, and those will be career type things. But for those of you who are not quite sure and are still trying to figure it out, you just have to keep moving. The concept of sitting around doing nothing every single day of the week just cannot be an option. In today's economy, there's zero reason to not continue moving forward every single day. Okay? If I were your age and didn't have a clue and didn't know what I was going to do today or tomorrow or the next day, at the very minimum, I'm going to drive around Uber. Okay? I'm going to hop in the car and I'm going to use that as an opportunity to hone some skills. Okay? That's where you're going to hone your interview skills. That's where you're going to work on your public speaking skills. You're going to talk to people and network in those 5, 10, 20-minute drives when you're taking people around town. There's always an opportunity to continue working on things, even if it's not in the classroom. It might be in the front seat of a car, which is great. So some of you might be about to start up a job that you really don't have a lot of knowledge about. You just know it's a job. Maybe your dad hooked you up with a friend of a friend. That's how I got my first job. And I would say there's probably a lot of similarities between what I was like at 21 or 22 and what a lot of these ball players that are graduating today are going through. And I was fortunate enough to land at a company. I won't mention the name, but it was one of the probably top 3 brands in the world at the time. But I was doing something that I didn't really enjoy, didn't really know a lot about, and I was gone 6 months later. I took off. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. Some of you guys are going to land in similar situations. Just know that where you start tomorrow is not necessarily where you're going to end up down the road, and that's okay. Couple pieces of advice I wish somebody would really have forced down upon me when I was 21 or 22 would have been $25 a month into a Roth IRA. Guys, you guys can find $25 a month in the cushions on the streets. You don't have to make any money. You can skip lunch for a couple days and save $25 a month. $25 a month, compound interest for the next several years of your life is going to put you on the right track from a savings standpoint for retirement. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but what you guys probably didn't learn in math classes is the time value of money and compound interest. I wish somebody would have really forced that upon me when I was 21 and 22 years old. So open up a Roth IRA, start putting $25 a month or $50 a month or whatever you can afford. You'll thank me later, trust me. Next thing I would tell you, there's going to be a lot of young graduates, ex-ball players who are maybe thinking about getting into coaching high school, coaching college, coaching whatever. There's not a lot of money in that profession for the guys just starting out. So unless you're prepared to make nothing for the next several years of your life, you got to look for alternative forms of income. If I were to go back to 21, 22 years old and heading into a coaching profession or going into something with a limited income opportunity, I would probably recommend getting a real estate license, okay? Do some quick math and you'll figure out that if you sell a couple homes per year, you're gonna make more than what a volunteer or a first-year assistant in college baseball is gonna make. So one of the reasons I recommend real estate, and I am not in real estate and do not plan on pursuing it at this moment. But the reality is, if you're a ball player, you're obviously a competitor, and you probably have some pretty good social skills from working with and amongst a team of 25 other guys. Now, those 25 other guys are probably going to be the first few guys that buy homes from you. They might not buy a home the first year you're out of college, but within the next 2, 3, 4 years, they'll probably all buy a home from you. And now you're onto something. So that's something you can absolutely do on the side while you're working towards your goal of becoming a college coach, or becoming a strength coach, or becoming a trainer, or whatever those daytime things are. You can do these other pursuits in the evening. And real estate is obviously just one idea, but I wish somebody would have turned me onto that at 22 years old, because I think it's something that a ball player can really get excited about doing. Now remember the big picture, guys. The reason you went to college was not to play baseball. Maybe you thought it was at 18 years old, but at 22 years old, you probably realized the reason for college is to set you up to do whatever you're going to do for the rest of your life. Now, at 22, you might not know exactly what it is, but hopefully you're working every day to get there. I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. You just can't sit around doing nothing, okay? Guys, congrats on graduating, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help you in the real world. This is where it all begins, man. Everybody told you that college was going to be much harder than high school. The reality is the real world is way tougher than college. So be ready to get up in the morning and be ready to stay up late and work. All right. As always, at Play in School on social. And I think the dogs are ready to keep going around the lake. So totally impromptu Play in School TV. Congrats on graduating to all you class of 2016 graduates.